What is going on, everybody? My name is Daniel. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see on your screen, we're playing D'arcy. I want to give you guys a very in-depth D'arcy guide here, so don't really have much free time to talk right now. Let's get right into this. First off, when you're playing this in jungle, you want to be leveling up the second skill. I'm pretty sure it's the same when you're in mid lane as well, just because you want to be getting that mid wave clear. But of course, the second skill does more damage than the first, so we're not going to be using the first skill first. Also, there you guys, you can see that when we proc our passive, you know, the passive being whenever you deal enough damage to monsters and stuff like that, or if you're just hitting them enough, you get like this passive that can instantly make you use your first and second skill, either one you want, and they both get different buffs depending on if they're enraged or not. With the passive, the buff for the second skill is it has a much wider radius, and the buff for the first skill is also it gives you HP back. So here you can see that we are leveling up our first skill despite the second skill dealing more damage. That's just because it makes you a monster in team fights. Here you can see that we're just stacking up our passive on this bird, but I think that our talent needs help there, so I tried to use my ultimate onto the Pura, but actually we don't clip her. The ultimate being, if you are able to grab onto a target in there, then they will return back 2 seconds later. But it's alright, we still are able to pick up the Pura because they chased so hard. So here we use our first skill to move up, and we also use our frostbite onto the Talonish just to slow her even more. That was a bad play, guys, missing the ult, but trust me, that's like the only time we did this in this game. Here the Talonish tries to clear her wave, so we're just gonna walk away and pretend like we are leaving. Meanwhile, we are just stacking our passive onto this bird, trying to go back in on this Talonish. So yeah, I'm just waiting for the passive right now. You can see that I have my ultimate up too, so I throw down the ultimate. I also throw down the both orbs, the enhanced and the regular second skill, the dimensional cube, and we were able to kill her. Guys, when you throw your ult down on a target, make sure to wait a bit, because the second skill, it's like a timer and it blows up after 1.25 seconds, but the ultimate will bring you back after 2 seconds. So if you throw your ult down and then just use second skill right after, it will miss. So you need to wait like a second or something like that before you throw down your second skill after you catch them in the ult, or else it will miss completely and it will blow up before they return to that spot in the ult. So yeah, guys, you can see here. Also, quick tip: we are going to be, when you're in your jungle and you're low HP, you want to be using that first skill when you have the full rage bar. That's because it gives you HP back. So you can see right here that we are actually not using it. I'm not sure why, but when you are in your jungle and you are low HP, you can always just use your first skill and get some HP back, because the enhanced version gives you percent HP. So pretty good tip there. And yeah, you can see that the Pura and the Talon support here. So we're just stacking off this camp. Like I said, you want to be going back into team fights with that full rage, and you can see that they're both there. So I throw my ult, I wait a bit to throw my skill, and then you can see, okay, let me go break that down. So I use my ultimate, then I use my second skill right away. Not right away, I want to wait a bit and give the ult a bit of time to be able to grab them back, to make sure my ult hits. And then once the cube blows up and they return to their spot, then I'm going to use my ultimate again, which will bring me to the spot, deal a mini explosion, which is even more damage, and also refresh the second skill cooldown. So yeah, we were able to pull that off pretty nicely. Here we can see the Talon, so we're just going to throw our ult down again. We're going to wait a bit, and then we're going to throw our second skill, but we were actually getting destroyed there, our HP bar, so we had to leave. But we did chunk Talonus, as we saw, which is able to let our team pick up a kill on her. The Tulin dies there, so again, we had to leave there. But you can see that again, I waited just to use the second skill after I used my ultimate. We can see that the blue buff's up here. So again, guys, look at that, the first skill, just to deal more damage and get that HP. And for some reason, this blue buff just resets on me. It wasn't even dragged out for too long, but it's still reset. But yeah, again, the first skill, just getting that HP back, very useful in the jungle, and that's also why you want to be leveling up first. Of course, the second skill does a bit more damage, but just the first skill makes you such a menace in team fights. That's why you always want to be leveling it up. I'm pretty sure in the mid lane you max your second, but in the jungle you do want to be maxing your first. So here we can see the Talonus and the D'arcy. So we throw down our ultimate on the Talonus, then we use our Then we use our cube, of course. Here you can see I tried to cancel the cube, but it actually goes off anyways. You can see that I slow the pure there. The first skill, guys, the enhanced auto, actually slows the target by 60%. You can see that I am slowing her with my first skill before I actually throw my cube. That just guarantees that I'm able to hit it. This D'arcy tries to burst me down. I throw the orb over there, of course, because I know he's going to be running, so we're able to hit him, and then I use my charged up basic attack from our first skill, and we were able to actually finish him off. So very well played. Again, guys, you can see that I was using my first skill before throwing down my second skill just to slow them by that 60% and almost guarantee that my orbs were hitting. So pretty good tip there. Not much going on here, just going to be clearing mid wave, getting our passive. And guys, also the passive runs out very quickly while you are out of combat. As you can see here, the red bar is just depleting like crazy, so it's all gone. So yeah, when you are out of combat, that the passive will burn super quickly. We try to use our ultimate onto the Talon there, but she actually flickers away, so well played by her. We are trying to chase onto her there, but we can see that D'arcy comes up, so we are going to throw a second skill on him. He actually dodges it with the ult return. That was pretty well played. And again, you guys, you can see that whenever I get the passive up in a team fight, I'm just using that first skill because it makes you so good in team fights. I don't really have time to stand still on D'arcy with that second skill. As a jungler, you know, I have punish. I'm not a mid laner who has flicker like that, so I need to be using that first skill as much as I can just to get that. Guys, it gives 40% damage reduction at level 1 and like 52% at max level. It's crazy. It makes you so disgustingly OP in team fights. You will see at least once. I know one moment in this video is just crazy. So yeah, you guys will see just the power of that first skill. Makes you almost unkillable. So here we're just going to be using our enhanced second skill. We can see that the Tulin's actually dying, so something's going on here. So again, we're able to catch out the Talonus, and we use our first skill. And guys, look at this. They're killing me. I use my first skill to get away. Damage reduction, CC immunity, and they could not even touch me, guys. Are you kidding me? That was so great. We hit the D'arcy with the first skill again. Then we use our second skill to guarantee that it hits. But guys, let me break that down. So we see the fighting going on, so we're just going to drop drag right away and trying to participate in that fight. We see the Talonus was stunned, so we're going to throw our ultimate onto her, which will guarantee that she returns back. Then we throw our second skill after waiting like about a second or something like that to guarantee that when she returns, the orb hits her. The second skill hits her right away, that explosion. And then after that happens and she still hasn't died, I jump to the target with my ultimate, and that makes it so the mini explosion that the ultimate gives you actually kills her. But of course, I'm in the middle of a team fight, so I need to spam my second skills like crazy. Or first, sorry, I just spam my first skills like crazy just to get that damage reduction and healing. But sure enough, you saw the power of the first skill there. We were just not dying. Here we throw our enhanced basic attack out, and then we try to hit her with the second skill again, just slowing her and then using it. But we did miss by a small margin, unfortunately. Here, guys, look at that burst. That D'arcy stood no chance. By the way, guys, I forgot to mention in this video, it is standards, but they are all masters, so I don't want you guys to worry that they are extremely bad or anything. They are all masters. You can see that I throw my ult down, but I use my second skill too early, and guys, that's what happens if you don't wait long enough. Your second skill will do no damage to the target. You can see that I ulted the Elsu there, but when he came back, he didn't take any damage. That's because my second skill bomb went off before he even had a chance to come back. So you guys just want to be really mindful of not doing something like that. By the way, guys, the first skill, the enhanced basic attack, lasts for way longer than the another dimension state lasts. So you know that mini blue form, like, it will last longer than while he's in there. It lasts like a few seconds longer, so you don't have to use it right away while he's in there. You can kind of save it up and almost like stack them upon one another, because it lasts for 5 seconds, and the skill at this point is like 4-second cooldown or something like that. So I try to ulti there, the Varus, but we actually miss. So unfortunately, we were not able to pick up the kill on her, and actually I eat a Elsu snipe for so much of my HP. So I walk over here, just gonna snipe down that Talonus with our enhanced basic attack. I'm kind of scared to walk up into there because I really don't have my ultimate. I don't have any HP either. The Verge tries to hook into the bush there, as you can see. And okay, I'm starting to be a bit more confident now that I can see my team is more in a frontline position. I'm going to throw my ultimate down, and again, you can see that I wait. We are able to just blow them up, guys. We use our ultimate there, and once we can see that they're both returning, again, you can notice how I wait for a really long time to use my second skill. That's what you guys need to be doing. And then as soon as I see they don't die, I know they're going to be so low after that insane combo that I'm just going to ulti on top of them, and go back to them and deal a bit more damage and also refresh my second skill. And guys, look at that L2. I think we popped our second skill too early again, but you guys are realizing the pattern here in my mistakes. That's pretty much the only thing that you guys really need to be worrying about on L2, or not on L2, on D'arcy, is just timing the ultimate and the second skill very nicely. Also using the first skill as a slow and then throwing down your second skill is also a very good combo. Almost to guarantee that it hits. You can see that we're just destroying them in their base right now. We use the ultimate onto the Pura. We wait long enough to use our second skill. We get a reset onto our dimensional cube there by going in with our ult, and we are able to end the game. Guys, that damage was did you see what we were doing to them in their base? Like they literally couldn't walk up to me because my first skill pretty much got them to half HP. Even that Pura was getting one. She's like a tank almost, but she was just getting melted. 50% damage, guys, is what we did in this game. That's just crazy. You can see right there, 50.2%. Just disgustingly OP this year. He's even better in jungle than he is in mid lane. So if you guys are playing him, you know, if you're a mid laner and you're playing him, that's fine. It's not bad in mid lane, but it's just better in jungle. So I hope you guys learned something off this video. Just remember, you know, wait to use that second skill explosion a little bit after throwing your ultimate to make sure that when they return, it smacks them right in the face with all that damage. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, guys.